Hey everybody, welcome to Houzz TV Live. Today we're talking to Laurel and David from Infinite Home. How are things going over there, guys?
Going great. Yeah,
Doing
we're
good.
doing good. Just cooped up in the house a bit, but other than that, we're doing great.
Everybody's sort of cooped up. So we figured we'd talk to some pros, see how they're still working with clients, learn a little bit about design, their homes, interesting solutions for working from home. And you guys are married and you have a couple kids and you're still trying to run the business. So you're kind of the perfect couple to talk to about work from home and dealing with kids. You're homeschooling the kids, or the kids are doing distance learning right now with their schools? How's that working out?
Yeah,
Distance learning.
They're doing the digital learning, so it feels like homeschool.
Feels like home. Well, they're always there, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we've got their workspace upstairs where they do their set up their laptops and log in and do all their work.
Yeah,
have a printer and whatever they need.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful. They are liking getting up and kind of rolling out of bed and not having to get fully ready and off to school. And they like having lunch at home with us.
Got a USB right here so they can charge their phones right off that. And then we actually have their printer under here as well. So it has some plans on it that I printed earlier, actually. I'll grab those after this.
Nice.
So they've got all that accessible. And it's a creative space too. They love Legos. Actually, these are some of our architectural Lego sets. So kind of blend our profession and our fun hobbies here. So,
yeah, I know he's doing a nice job on those.
Yeah, they're very creative.
You've got a whole city building there.
That's right. A little Springboard right. Got some
London,
a little bit of London, some Italy. So we got a little bit of everything.
There have been challenges. Like the other day, we were on a company. We were on a Zoom call with our company, and it was the background was facing a hallway. Well, our youngest comes downstairs in his underwear and just walks right by the screen. They're like, well, there you go.
They're getting the full picture, warts and all. Yep. Whatever happens,
Life in our house.
Yeah, getting everybody.
Oh my God! So let's take a look at your home office. What did you do for your home office?
I'll flip you around. So we've got a nice big table here.
And you're doing the social distancing at the table. I see you're pretty. Is that to keep your sanity? What's the strategy behind the opposite ends of the table there?
Well, she can't kick me if I say something wrong. Is really the big deal, but it's it's about an 8 foot by 4 foot or 5 foot table, so it's a good size. Sometimes the kids will come and pop here in the middle if they're just wanting to be near us, or need some help with their work they're working on. But so it gives space for that. But trying to keep it neat and organized, and we've got it where we can pack it up quick if we want to actually eat at the table, or just not look at it for a while. So
nice.
We decided not to bring our monitors and printers and all that stuff down here.
Let's talk about the kitchen while we're in there a little bit. I'm looking at the concrete floors.
The concrete was just, to us, a nice way to kind of bring in another kind of structural element into the house, with our modern farmhouse kind of styling. But I like in the summertime especially, it really keeps the house cool. It's cool on the feet when you walk around. It wipes up, cleans up easily with the kids and the dog, or if they track in water from outside, we're not stressing about the floors.
Right.
So I think all those aspects have been good.
Good option for an active family who live in a hotter part of the country, possibly.
Yes.
The concrete. Yeah,
the only thing I would do different in the future is I would probably put the radiant heat piping in the slab for the winter time if we were to do this again. But in the summer, it's fantastic.
Now tell me, I'm seeing I'm seeing some cabinets in there and seeing some drawers. Did you do anything unusual?
We do a lot of drawers. So we like the storage space, a lot more accessible. Things don't get buried in the back you can't get to. So you'll see tons of drawers in our kitchen. Only a couple standard cabinets, even in the island here. One of the things we did too is our upper cabinets are, you can't even tell looking at them, but they're 14 inches deep instead of the standard 12. And that allows us to get, a little more space in here. The big wine glasses, you can go 3 deep. And that's important right now during coronavirus time.
Yeah, I
Keep
think
the
we
wine
all
glasses
need a
in.
few more extra wine glasses, that's for sure.
And also works good for like big, large plates and platters and things like that. So,
and the material, you did a quartz in there, quartz countertop.
we did quartz throughout the house. So this quartz obviously mimics like Kerr marble look, but it has all the all the nice properties of scratch resistant, stain resistant, antimicrobial, which is real important right now. Clean, you can disinfect it, not worry about germs sticking around. So
Are you doing more?
It's been great.
Are you doing more quartz in clients' homes as well? Are you seeing more of that?
We probably do 90 to 95% quartz over any other hard surface materials.
Nice. Laurel? What's the nook off? That little nook off to the side of this room. Yeah. Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that little? I saw a little space over there. Yeah.
One of my favorite places in the house. We call it our morning bar and evening bar.
I like that.
We have our
coffee station.
And we were talking about tea earlier. It made me think of like my favorite thing that we did in our house was this instant hot water, because we drink a lot of tea too. Mm-hmm. So we have this fun, pretty little tea drawer
here.
Oh, nice.
And we can do the instant hot water. And then evening, this is where David keeps his bourbon, and we have our wine collection.
All our wine over here.
Well. This has turned into like this little intimate gathering spot when we have friends over.
Yeah, I love that. That looks. I think I'd spend a lot of time in that space.
Yeah.
In the morning and in the evening.
That's right. A little drink cooler down here.
Hey, back to the hot water. So you put you put some kind of filter on that, on the hot water, and what? That's a great feature. I think a lot of people would love. What are you looking at cost wise and maintenance wise with something like that?
The appliance.
I think the appliance is around, depending on the one you get, $500-$600, because it has a lot of, I don't know, clean it. It's probably too dirty under there to show you, but it's got the water filter. It's got a little 1 gallon hot water tank, and so it's a little bit of extra labor as well for a plumber to install. It's about doubles the labor for the what you'd normally do just for a sink and faucet hookup.
Gotcha. Is that another quartz, like soapstone quartz there?
Quartz made to look like a soapstone.
Now, a while back, you guys did a celebrity video, one of our My House videos with Deshaun Watson. And tell me a little bit about that, because he seems like just a quality young man. When you watch that and you see what he did for his mom, everything his mom's been through, how he was raised, what were some of the things that you really enjoyed doing on that project in particular? That just, you guys are very focused on functionality. I mean, you make a lot of beautiful spaces, but one of your mantras is, hey, it's not just about bigger, it's about make it work better. Tell me a little bit about how that went down with that home.
I mean, I'd say our primary focus was, not just making it updated and beautiful, which we absolutely did, but it was really making it work for the family.
When they saw the, completed project and how, it really allows for traffic flow throughout the space and family gatherings in the kitchen and living room, and everybody still feels a part and not disconjoined. It was a great project.
How are you working with clients now? How many projects do you have active at any given time typically? And how are you, dealing with this having to be social distanced and all that kind of thing?
Sure. So we typically have, 5 or 6 projects that are in construction or in production if it's a design project. But and then, or if it's an interior design project. But then in our backlog and our design, we have 3, 4, 5 more projects. So not being able to meet at our office or go into our clients' homes as much, we've been utilizing Zoom just like we're doing here, because it lets us get face to face. It lets us, if we're in design, we can share our screen and show them the plans or the mood boards we put together. So
How are people using Houzz in their idea books, and how are you connecting with them on Houzz for this right now too? Are they spending a little bit more time coming up with ideas before you go into a project? It seems like this is an opportune time for people to kind of really, get their ducks in a row, so to speak, kind of really think about what they got to do, what they want to achieve. What's the best way to kind of work with you before they might engage with you?
Sure. Houzz idea books are fantastic for that. We have 2 custom home projects that are coming up. That's been their homework, to really sift through some of the, sometimes we have clients that'll build an idea book, and they have 80 photos in there. So we'd like them to, because they've been thinking about their project for a long time, many years sometimes. So we like them to, pare those down to about 20 to 30 photos per space, and then we can go from there. But yeah, I agree. It definitely is giving, a lot more time to really process what's important to a client for design, and what spaces are needed in their renovation, and that. And Houzz is a great resource for that.
Any final tips for folks who are kind of stuck at home, maybe design tips, or just kind of keep your sanity tips?
I mean, I'd say, put some music on in the background while you're working, light a candle, that one that you might be saving for guests, because you deserve it. And get outside and walk every couple hours, just to bring some sanity to your day.
Yeah.
That's helped me.
Take this time to really, connect with your kids, connect with each other as a family. And, because this is a unique time where life is slowed down, and it's going to get back to the normal busy hustle and bustle before we know it. And there's going to be aspects of this we'll miss, but, so, get out and get exercise, and just, start doing some of those things you've been putting off, and, kind of get away from life. So I think it's a good opportunity to reconnect to all that.
Yeah, I love it. Well, hey, thanks for being our first here on Houzz Live, and we hope to have many more. Have you guys back, do something with you in the future, and keep doing great work. And thanks again.
Absolutely.
All right.
I had a blast.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.